thing. I've never done the blur thing before. It's kind of fun.
That's your costume.
Yeah, it's my costume. I'm blurry. I'm wearing this. It's welcome everybody to the virtual comedy show pre-Halloween edition. I'm Spooky Brad, along with Ghouly Steve and Petrifying Patty, and we do a show every week of comedy and jokes and songs. This week we have super famous and brilliant comedy god Ryan Niemiller, who we also found out is in a gang, and that's not good.
Thank you for reading my credit exactly as I asked you to. I appreciate that.
But I didn't do the joke because it wouldn't be right. Yeah. And musical legend Dr. Menos sidekick Sulu. So I guess I'm just stopping there and just saying Sulu. So anyway, and yes, I will tell you this: my doctor is 4 times sicker than me, and still coming to work. And I feel like a putz complaining about being 60. This poor thing, my doctor is 29 years old. My physician is 29 years old. I chose her because I wanted someone who won't retire before I'm dead. That's,
That's true.
She has no experience.
So I need a dentist that's 23 and a teen plumber. That's what I need in my life. So my doctor is very young, very tiny. She's a little blonde with a lot of health issues. And I'm nice enough also to keep my clothes on during physicals to not add nausea to her list of ailments. I keep dressed that entire time. But this poor thing is trying to help me. She's 29. She has Crohn's disease, celiacs. She's pregnant and using the wrong conditioner. So all those things. And I offered to start a GoFundMe campaign for her, but she refused, saying the next best thing I could do for her is stay healthy and never ask for a prostate exam. I think that's that right there might have been a little creepier than I wanted it to be. I apologize for that.
Not as creepy as the pregnant part.
Yeah, she would not.
It's Halloween. You can be, if there's a day you can be creepy.
That's right.
Halloween.
There's a day to be creepy, and it's my birthday. Halloween's my birthday.
That's right.
Okay, and also I'm trying to keep up with Steve. He buys apartments and I buy cars every week. I bought a Mini Cooper a few weeks ago, and tomorrow I'm buying another Mini Cooper. And Steve is also going to be in on this crime because tomorrow morning at 8, I have to drive him over to pick it up. This one, though, is a manual transmission. Yeah. Who's that? Anybody have a manual transmission in their life?
No.
My logic is to keep my brain active while I drive because I feel like with texting and eating, I'm not doing enough in the car. I need to add shifting at the same time. And next up for long trips, I'm going to bring back a paper map spread across the dashboard. So nothing keeps your synapse on their toes like constant imminent death. So invite me over for dinner. And if I'm 10 minutes late, call the authorities because I'm in a ditch with a burned out clutch. Okay. So anyway, where are we?
Try it while driving on the left. Then we'll talk.
Here, I got to get rid of this. And then see, this is going to be one of those things where I cover the camera.
That one looked really funny.
That's the one I did in the beginning.
Okay, that was funny.
Also this week, before we get to what could be jokes, this last weekend, we visited the daughter at her job in Mississippi. You may know that she is an entomologist at Mississippi State University. Hail State, everybody, as I learned what they say. I also learned that MSU has the most unfortunate, I don't know how to say this actually.
You can do it.
They have the most unfortunate team spirit of any school in history. And let me say what that means. I love it, by the way. It is super heartwarming, but also melancholy at the same time. So we went to the MSU versus Arkansas football game, right? And I've been to many football games from high school to pro and never, ever, ever seen this level of team spirit and positivity. First, their level of tailgating before the game makes the street markets in Morocco look like a grade school bake sale. It is just miles. It is acres of tents and food and fun and logos and fanfare. Then you get in the game and they all have cowbells. 20,000 cowbells. Even Christopher Walken said, enough. So I'm no longer Jones. I can't even do it. They cheer and they chant and they cowbell so loud you can't even hear the band. They clap and they sing so much for every player. Every player that walks on the field is like Tom Brady 5 years ago. It's amazing. They have jets fly over during the national anthem. People are standing and screaming, "Go team, win, win." There's 100 cheerleaders flipping for every player. And then after the kickoff, the great MSC football team immediately fumbles and Arkansas scores twice. 2 minutes in, they're terrible. The team is horrible, but the fans keep pretending they're great. It makes you feel good and sad all at once. 25,000 people cheering for a very poor showing. And but that's how it should be. Isn't that how it should be?
It
People get
is.
so mad at a team of 4-year-olds playing soccer because we don't keep score. They're angry at them. How will they ever learn if we don't let a toddler, know he sucks as a goalie? But here we are at MSU saying to adults, we love you anyway, and we'll pay you a $70 a ticket to watch you suck. We will watch you lose 58-25 and still shake our cowbells like you just won the Super Bowl. So this is how it should be everywhere. You say you'll get them next time, even though you know damn well they ain't getting nobody. So here's to you, MSU, and I can't wait to come back. Okay, so that was my little diatribe about that. So, okay, so let me get this crap out of the way. I should be taking these off as we go, but I haven't done this. I haven't done it this way in a long time, have I?
You don't know.
Yeah, well, usually I sit and just kind of read them off of paper. So, all right, here we go. Trump brought all his pals to New York City and did a revival of West Side Story where the Jets deported the Sharks back to Puerto Rico. Didn't need a rumble. Now, you might have seen Kill Tony podcast comedian Tony Hinchcliffe open the Orange Bigots rally at Madison Square Garden with an audition for Hitler's Got Talent. His set was perfect. If this was 1968 and he was speaking at Paula Dean's Country Club, it was perfect.
Wow.
And you know what? It's not the racism and bigotry that really puts me off, because I expected that. It's how lazy this guy was. The jokes were a watermelon joke, for God's sakes. You can't be more. What's next? What's next? Gonna tell us how deaf people talk funny? Is that woo-hoo-hoo, edgy? Can't wait to hear that Asians are bad drivers. But fear not. This dude is still gonna have 1 million bigots show up for his shows, and I cannot wait for 8 years of that douche doing President Kamala Harris jokes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. No applause for Kamala Harris on that one. Okay. I went to get my sign today, and the Democratic headquarters didn't open until 3, which shows you how they're doing in Kentucky. The Washington Post has lost more than 200,000 subscribers after refusing to endorse Kamala Harris, which isn't true. They were going to endorse Kamala Harris. They were about to release the endorsement when Jeff Bezos, who owns the paper, told them to stop because he feared if Trump won, the tangerine turd would destroy his Blue Origin rocket program.
Oh, man.
But you know what? With whistleblowers and talking about safety concerns and huge budget overruns and a culture of sexism, Bezos is doing a pretty good job of destroying the company himself. So I don't know if he needs Trump at all. A Trump spokesman...
And LA Times, too, they won't endorse.
I know. A Trump spokesman told the Amazon founder that if he rescinded the paper's endorsement, if he didn't rescind the paper's endorsement, they'd change his company from Blue Origin to Orange Diaper. That would be a much better name for the paper and the company. All right. Hey, on November 12th, People Magazine will announce their 2024 Sexiest Man Alive. Ooh. Ryan could be in. Yep, Ryan could be in there.
I'm on the short list.
That's right. Although, I don't know about you, but if they're not going to announce till November 12th, please be Jimmy Carter. Please be Jimmy Carter. Let's hope he's still alive, November. McDonald's will resume selling quarter pounders in all their restaurants this week after 6 people became sick with E. coli across 13 states. the FDA has concluded it was either the onions or the beef patties that caused the illness. And they'll do more research, which might be hard after Ronald McDonald was secretly recorded saying, "I'll kill any cow that snitches." Okay, I don't know if that was even a joke. But that's true about all these. Here we go. Iceland's economy is doing better after workers opted. Let's start that joke over. I forgot how hard it was to stand up here and look around all over the place. Iceland's economy is doing better after workers opted to work less but still get paid the same. Aha. Oddly, my even better plan was rejected, where I get paid a lot and don't show up at all. Seems to care. Care for that even as a joke. Okay. 14. Oh, scammers stole more than 24 tons of artisanal cheeses from a dairy in Britain.
That's funny.
I saw that.
That's enough right there.
Yeah.
Authorities say to be on the lookout for anyone who burrata away more cheese than they can eat them. Burrata.
That was terrible.
Okay. The premise
They
was
were all
funnier
in
than
wheels,
the
too.
punchline. 45 years ago, a homeowner renovated his home in Chicago and found a human skull in the wall.
Oh, dear.
And finally, after 45
Chicago.
years, it has been identified through DNA as the skull of 17-year-old Esther Granger, who died 150 years ago. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Historical data said the teen was said by her peers to be ahead of her time. I think Boo was the right response. Jumanji 3, We Can't Count, is set to open December 11, 2026. Hopefully, by the time that comes around, they realize there have been 4 Jumanji films. There was Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji The Next Level. This film will take that long to come out because producers have calculated the amount of time it will take the public to forget Kevin Hart attended 200 Diddy parties. That's how
Wow.
he did do that, by the way. A strip club in Las Vegas is offering a free lap dance to anyone coming in wearing an I voted sticker. Who's going? The club promises no bias.
That's what's going to get me to do voter fraud right there. I'm going to vote 5, 6, 7 times now.
You're going to have Volvo just covered in voter tickets. Now, the club promises no bias, but does say if you voted for Trump, you may want a black towel on your lap between you and the dancer. That's right. Oh my gosh! Hey, this is a joke just for the comics in the room, and we've got a couple of those. We've got 4 comics. Comedian Carlos Mencia called a couple in his show rude, then turned around, pulled down his pants, and mooned them. Yep.
Oh.
Yes. The moment also marked a world record, as Mencia had completed stealing every joke back to 1953. Isn't that when mooning was big? 1953.
Let's say it was.
It was. All right, 2 more. We're all thankful for that. What time is it? Not too bad. Jay Johnston, who knows who that is?
Yep. You can call me right.
The Dodgers.
Nope. No. Jay Johnston, who voices Jimmy Pesto on the Fox cartoon Bob's Burgers, will spend a year in jail for his part in the January 6th Capitol riot. Johnston was part of assaulting a police officer and now has been fired from the show. Authorities said if you order the Trader with cheeseburger, you're going to get a free spoon. Or, I mean, you're going to get free spooned by your cellmate. Okay. All right. And now my favorite joke I've ever written.
Oh, dear.
We're in
And
trouble.
it's only, again, jokes for old people right here, buddy. Ryan, you might be too young for this joke. How old are you, Ryan?
I am 42.
You are too young for this joke.
Too young for the joke.
Too young for the joke.
Too young?
That should be a new segment.
Too young for this joke.
Yeah.
That's a good
This is
segment.
29.
Okay. Yeah, my doctor's 29, so figure that out.
Too young for the joke.
2 sheep 2 sheep were rescued from quicksand after 4 hours in Morecambe Bay, England, after wandering away from their owner. Police said the sheep would not have been in that situation if they had spent any length of time watching television in the 1970s.
I got that reference.
All right.
Quicksands was going to be a big deal. It was on every
That's right.
cartoon.
Every show in the 70s had quicksand. I thought quicksand was going to be such a big thing. You know?
That was really good.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. That's
Hey,
Steve Goody dressed
that's
up
Brad
as Tassell.
Tassell.